When Death was a little boy, no one would play with him. The other children pretended that he wasn't there, and the grown-ups tried to shoo him away, gave him sour and angry glances when they thought he wasn't looking, even if he hadn't done anything wrong. He was a quiet boy, really. All he wanted was for someone to spend some time with him, to hold his hand, to play in the sandbox with. When he chased pretty moths or butterflies, they wouldn't look where they were going and invariably flew into candle flames. And when he caught snowflakes on his hands, just to look at them, they always melted right away. When Death was a little boy. Sometimes the other kids would play with his toys when he wasn't around, but if he played with someone else's toys, they never seemed to want them back. "No, that's okay. Just keep them," they would say, hands in their pockets. And that made Death feel just awful. So one day, he asked his mama, "Why don't the other kids want to play with me? Is there something wrong with me?" And she clucked her tongue and she said, "No, they're just uncomfortable with you because you're different. They'll come around sooner or later, you'll see." And she winked. Next week, a little girl did stop to talk to him. She stopped to say, "I really like the sarcophagus you brought into show and tell today. I thought the colors were really pretty." Then she looked down and dragged her toe through the dust and looked sad. Come to think of it, she did that a lot. Her name was Disillusionment. Death felt sorry for her. "Would you like to come and see my secret place?" he asked. And he took her to a place under his father's porch, which was named Truth. And he took away all of her sadnesses. When Death was a little boy, he always did well at school. Even in math, he was especially good at subtraction. And although he was a willful boy, ingenious about getting into places he was told he wasn't supposed to be, and with a boy's natural curiosity to take things apart and see how they worked, he never meant any harm, and he always tried to put things in order behind him, wherever he went. One day he was walking past some kids playing at a softball field. A little red-headed boy walked right up to him and said, "I'm War. You're on my team." He made a few friends that day. He played catcher. When he called somebody out, they still acted a little nervous and nobody argued with it. As the years passed, he became quite well known. It seemed that every day people gave up their entire lives just to come and play with him in his secret place where the shadows go to become sunlight again. And if a lot of the people that he met were still mean to him, he could say, "Well, there's nothing wrong with me. They're just acting that way because they don't know me. Yet." And be not quite so sad as when he